This story happened 52 years ago. Thai princess Obanrat fell in love with an American man. Her parents, the king and queen of Thailand, strongly opposed their union, as Thai royalty was not allowed to marry foreigners. However, the princess decided to give up her title for the sake of love. She eloped with her sweetheart and married him. Obanrat stayed in the US with her husband, and they had 3 children. However, the couple divorced in 1998. What led the princess to divorce her husband? What trials did she have to go through? And what does she do now? Watch the full video to find out. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to get notified as I upload a new video. Let's go on. Throughout history, there have been several examples of royals giving up their throne and titles for love. In 1936, King Edward VIII of the United Kingdom abdicated the throne to marry an American woman, Wallis Simpson, whom he was deeply in love with. They married in 1937 and remained together until Edward's death in 1972. Another example is Princess Mako of Japan, who lost all her titles after marrying a commoner, Kei Komuro, in 2021. The couple has since moved to the US and is reportedly very happy. However, not all such stories have a happy ending. Princess Obanrat was born on April 5, 1951, in Lausanne, Switzerland. She is the eldest child of the late King Bhumibol and Queen Sirikit, and the older sister of the current King Vajiralongkorn. As the first child, Princess Obanrat was deeply loved by her parents, who gave her a lot of freedom and supported her hobbies. As a teenager, she was passionate about sports, and together with her father, won a gold medal in sailing at the Southeast Asian Games in 1967. The princess was also very intelligent and achieved excellent grades in elementary and middle school. When she was 18, her parents sent her to the United States to study. Through her own efforts, she was admitted to MIT, one of the world's top universities, to study nuclear physics and mathematics. During her studies, Obanrat fell in love with her American classmate, Peter Jensen. However, when she decided to marry him, she faced strong opposition from her parents. At that time, the Thai royal family did not allow members to marry foreigners. So, the king gave his daughter an ultimatum. If she married the American, she would lose her royal title. Her mother, Queen Sirikit, reportedly said to her sincerely, "No parent does not want their daughter to have a happy marriage, but you should consider more carefully the differences in understanding of love and marriage between Thais and Americans. No one can guarantee that your marriage to him will last long." However, Princess Obanrat, like many rebellious young people, did not heed their advice. She was so overwhelmed by love that she had no hesitation and wanted to marry Peter. The royal family used various means, including diplomatic channels, to try to forcefully obstruct the relationship. However, on July 25, 1972, Princess Obanrat resolutely married Peter. King Bhumibol was very angry and immediately announced that she would be stripped of her royal title and cut off all contact with her. After the marriage, Obanrat changed her name to Julie Jensen and moved to Los Angeles with her husband. For many years, she did not visit Thailand. The former princess lost all her privileges and began to live like any ordinary woman. In this marriage, she gave birth to 3 children and lived a happy life. However, the good times did not last long. In 1997, Obanrat's 10-year-old son accidentally caught his father with another woman. She was naturally filled with hatred, but for the sake of her children, she had no choice but to endure it, hoping that her husband would change his ways. However, they eventually divorced when the former princess learned that he had been cheating on her for almost 10 years. Obanrat obtained custody of their children and lived in California for 3 years. She felt alone and helpless during this time and came to understand the efforts her parents had made to prevent her from marrying a foreigner. Consequently, she decided to return to her homeland in Thailand with her children. Soon, her parents forgave her, and she reconciled with her father. The king also restored some of Obanrat's powers and responsibilities within the royal family, and she occasionally attended royal-related activities. However, she no longer holds her original title. In 2004, a real tragedy happened in Obenrat's life. Her only son, Plume Jensen, who had autism, was surfing on the beach in Phang Endo province when a tsunami struck the Indian Ocean. Unfortunately, he died at the age of 21. Obenrat took the loss hard. It was the most heartbreaking incident. But I had to move on, she said in an interview. And if I had to live, I had to live a good life. I had to succeed and live a prosperous life. Although the tragedy was so hard on her, she remained strong and did not show her weakness to others. She endured her grief, regrouped, and moved forward. She soon opened a foundation named after her late son to help children with autism and other disorders. Later, she joined the entertainment industry, deciding to pursue a career as an actress. Obenrat appeared in several films, including the Thai movie, Where the Miracle Happens, and the action film, My Best Bodyguard. She also showcased her beautiful singing voice in talent shows, becoming a real celebrity in her country. No member of the royal family had ever taken such steps. Usually, kings and their relatives strictly adhere to protocol and appear out of reach to the public, as monarchs are considered sacred in Thailand. But Obenrat was an exception. However, she eventually abandoned her acting career and decided on another bold move. She entered politics. In 2019, she became a candidate for the Prime Minister of Thailand, a very unusual step as members of the royal family had never previously taken part in the political life of the country. Obenrat stated that she no longer had royal titles, so she, as a commoner, wanted to do her best to improve life in Thailand. However, her plans were not realized. Her brother and the current king of Thailand, Rama X, rejected her candidacy, stating that prominent members of the royal family should remain uninvolved in politics, and that he himself is politically neutral. Obenrat said, "I am sad that my honest intentions to work for the country and all Thais have resulted in a problem that should not arise in this day and age." The former princess did not become prime minister, but she continued to help people in any way she could. Today, she is 73 years old, though it's hard to believe because she looks much younger than her years. Perhaps her secret to youth is that she always listened to her heart and did what she wanted. Her daughters have already grown up. The eldest daughter is 43 years old, married, and has 3 children. The youngest is 39. They still maintain a good relationship with their father. Despite experiencing many ups and downs, Obenrat still maintains a positive attitude toward life. Her failed relationship hasn't deterred her from going after what she wants, which might be one of the reasons why people are so fascinated by her. Do you think she could have been a good prime minister? Share your thoughts in the comments. And that's it. If you enjoyed the video and want more like it, be sure to leave a thumbs up below in appreciation. And if you haven't already, you really want to subscribe to my channel, and tick the bell icon so you get notified as I upload a new video every week. See you in the next video.